Hi, and welcome to my mental monologue. My name is Shelby Lee Kyles, and I am your host today. And I'm talking about why I think New Seasons is racist and the current event that happened. Uh, well, incident that happened with three individuals and New Seasons Market recently this Thanksgiving weekend or event, holiday, whatever. So, let me start off by saying I worked at New Seasons in 2018, the summer of 2018. I took the job through temporary service, and the job was, it was all right, but they treat people that are black with, you know, racist attitudes and, comments when they walk past you and just yell at you and try to, downgrade you. Um, Very bigoted uh, place. Um, heard comments made towards me. I heard people do multiple types of things that were, you know, racist, insults towards people. I don't know how to explain that. More like someone mocking your culture, making fun of your culture. And so um, I believe that a place like New Seasons is a danger to a community that's trying to call itself liberal, a place that's trying to say it fights for black lives and so forth. And this is why I strongly agree that the Black Life Movement here in Portland is not a movement that is actually for the black people. Because not just me, but multiple people I know that were black that worked the New Seasons all had similar racial incidents, except for a couple people who, well, let's just say, fit the mold there. So, it's we got tons of places like this Whole Foods, New Seasons. Used to be a place called Nature's, and all of them is the same. It's mostly for health nuts. At least it's supposed to be for health nuts, but it's really, uppity ass, snobby, you know, tight and pressed, uh, you know, Tinkerbell fairies, man. Like fucking just want to be high class, fucking, think they're better than everybody, snobby, nose in the air, attitude people. It's not for, someone that actually wants to get healthy, say, hey, I might take an organic change and go to New Seasons and buy something. No, it's, the other cultures ain't, represented there in a positive nature. It's mostly for hippies, you know, and, they get fit in, they get a job quick, and so, a place like that, they, they need workers, but they're not willing to be reasonable and work with the people they got. And try to work with them and understand them. They mostly do this, do that, and start yelling if they feel something's wrong without explaining something in a positive nature. You know, and a couple people that I've seen there who got jobs. I mean, it's really the most racist place I've seen worked at, I should say, in Portland. And I have to say that you would know Black Lives Matters movement would be, more black people involved. And the reason why there's not because they see the truth. They see that they're oppressed. Black people were oppressed in Portland, okay? And those people aren't the ones that's going out and saying, hey, let's do this Black Lives Matter movement. No, you got people who are white, who are gay, or whatever all the other stuff that got attached to the civil rights movement is. It's taking the focus away from the true cause of trying to protect and honor black people. And so, with that being said, this event happened on Thanksgiving, and well, These three people graffitied and destroyed New Season's market. Now, they're going to go on and convict them or whatever. You know how the court processing is. But to me, I believe, seeing how one of them looks like a person of color, that they might have worked there, but just by the way they're dressed and the way they look, that they might have worked there, and that they were, outraged at how racist and, discriminatory the agency is, the company is. So I got this news clip to show exactly what happened and what went down. I think these people should be rewarded. And I think that if the Black Lives Matter movement was more about black people here in Portland, that the people that actually are black, that worked in New Seasons and experienced racism, would band behind these people and stand up for them. There's so many things I've seen and filmed, especially at the beginning of the riots. Uh, there was a Burger King on Hawthorne that was pretty much black and Mexican ran, and owned at one time because there was a black manager before the Mexican one took over. And when the riots happened and they're all talking about, Black Lives Matter, it's the first place that got destroyed. Why would you destroy a place where people of two races work, two different types of races work and are trying to feed their families and whatnot or get off the street, whatever it is? Why would you destroy that if your cause was to fight for the people of color? They did it because they didn't like it. They didn't like the place. The service was slow, so forth. It had nothing to do with Black Lives Matter. It has everything to do with their own arrogance and selfish needs. It's the same with this Fogarty Child restaurant I worked at for 3 years. Now it's right next to the courthouse. It's right down the street from the courthouse, right down the street from Justice Center. Most high, expensive food there is. And yet, out of all the places being destroyed, it never got destroyed. Why? Because so many people, white people, like the place, and its service is perfect for them. The food is perfect for them. So why destroy it? But there's so many places like that, black hair salon places, or so many places where they're black owned and they actually get destroyed. And on the news, all they say is, "Oh, the Black Lives Matter protest, and they're doing this because of Black Lives." No, they're doing it to make themselves feel irrelevant because Portland copies every other city in America. It has no real originality. So the people's personalities are all fucked up. They get it from everywhere, all over the country, the television, the internet, the media, so on and so forth. What the fuck? So I'm going on a little too far or too long, but anyway, here's this video of these people, these young people who destroyed this place. And it actually makes more sense that they destroyed a place that actually is racist towards black people and doesn't employ enough black people or people of color altogether as it is. These people shouldn't be looked down upon or judged. Even Martin Luther King and people went to jail, but they got out and became part of a revolution. So the same thing has to happen here, where if somebody watches this video and listens to this video and actually knows what I'm talking about, even though I know I ramble and I talk all over the place because, my mind might be over the place, whatever, weed does things. So my point is this, okay? Watch this, listen to this clip, and then if you truly believe that Portland's having a Black Lives Matter protest that's actually for black people, then you would say, okay, this makes sense. But if you believe me when I say there's not a real one going on, then you would stand by me and these people would say, hey, they did this because this place doesn't like black people, and if we're gonna fight for something, we need to fight against all forms of injustice of racism now before it gets too far out of hand. Anyway,
Brad, and here's the latest news update from Fox 12. 3 people will be in court today in connection to vandalism in Southeast Portland. Police say early yesterday morning, a group dressed in black damaged at least 10 businesses along Southeast Hawthorne. Police are still investigating to figure out who is responsible.